Colts fans, I've had a lot of time to reflect and think about this Colts game and Anthony Richardson. And first and foremost, this was just heartbreaking. I think the defense played lights out. Literally was 10-10. We could have just kneeled the ball, go into halftime, and then that disastrous play happened. And if you're a Colts fan, you know exactly what I'm talking about. The AR pick, which led to a Tank Dell touchdown with like 30 seconds left in the second half. And it pissed me off because of two things. One, I can't even defend Anthony Richardson on that. That was just a horrific throw. You should not be making that in that circumstance. But then Shane Steichen, what the hell are you doing? You've got a 10-10 lead at a divisional opponent. You get the ball at half. Your defense has been balling out. There's a minute left. You're at the 5-yard line. Just kneel. Just kneel, you get the ball at half. Now, don't get me wrong. I think Shane Steichen is a phenomenal play caller. But I think he's still trying to figure out how to use Anthony Richardson. Because right now it's all big plays, explosive plays, but he doesn't set anything up. He doesn't make anything easy for Anthony Richardson. Simple drag routes, simple slant routes to the flat, etc. And listen, I think these first half stats were completely misleading. And this is why I get pissed off at box score watchers, because they're like 2 for 15, 81 yards, he's ass. I think if you watched that game, you knew Anthony Richardson was actually pretty accurate in the first half, and there were a lot of drops from big name guys like Pittman, Alec Pierce, Mo Alley Cox, Will Mallory, Adonai Mitchell. They all dropped passes. And it doesn't help that there were 3 touchdowns that Anthony Richardson threw. 1 drop by Adonai Mitchell, 1 drop by Tyler Goodson, and 1 was an OPI on Alec Pierce. This would have completely changed everyone's perspective on this game. Now, what I do like is that in the second half, Anthony Richardson just eased up a little bit. He tightened up a bit, 7 for 11, 80 yards. But this is something I really can't defend. Anthony Richardson was asked why he came out for 1 play in the third quarter, and he said, I'm not going to lie, I was just tired. And listen, I appreciate the honesty, AR, but you just can't say this as a franchise quarterback. I get it. Those last 3 plays was tough, and you were going to hand the ball off anyways. It was like 3rd and goal from the 20-yard line, but you got to stay in that game. You got to hand the ball off despite knee injuries, despite being tired. Now, my partner on Colts Unplugged Pod would say that Joe Flacco should be the starter. This is where we kind of differ, but I think there's zero reason to give Joe Flacco the reins. You got a young quarterback. He's 22 years old. Let him play through the mistakes so we can actually figure out, hey, is this dude going to be our franchise quarterback? And is he going to progress or regress? Because this makes the most sense to me. Flacco is 39. AR is 22. Of course, Flacco is a better QB right now. He's had 15 seasons in the league. But there is no future with Joe Flacco. We know with Joe Flacco, we're going to end up going 8-9, 9-8, and then he's just going to move on. He's going to be 40 years old. I think you stay the course. You play Anthony Richardson till the end of next season, and if he's not the guy, he's not the guy. You move on.